Good morning, I'm Terry, and welcome to Tardis Spider. Today, William Hartnell's Top 10 Stories. I took a poll. I watched 10 different YouTubers and their William Hartnell Top 10 Stories. I added up the scores, and here they are. So if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And now, William Hartnell's Top 10 Stories according to this poll. The following stories will rate an honorable mention. The Celestial Toymaker with 18 points. The Ark with 13 points. The Space Museum also with 13 points. The Time Meddler. This story has 27 points. Broadcast from the 3rd through the 24th of July, 1965. In 1066, a shady monk wants to reverse the outcome of the Battle of Hastings. The Time Meddler saw several debuts. The first appearance of another member of the Doctor's own race, the first appearance of another TARDIS, and the first blending of science fiction and history. This story marks a change in the program's philosophy. History can be altered. Marco Polo with 29 points. Broadcast from the 22nd of February to the 4th of April, 1964. The Doctor and his companions accompany Marco Polo on his journey to Kublai Khan's court in Peking. Written by John Lucarotti, this was originally written as a serial for the radio. Filmed inserts punctuate the narrative, showing Marco Polo writing his diary and a map of the route they have taken thus far. This is the first Doctor Who story to feature on the cover of the Radio Times. This story is sadly lost. The Romans with 34 points. Broadcast from 16 January through 6 February 1965. In first century Italy, Ian and Barbara are captured by slave traders, and the Doctor falls in with Nero. Inspired by a visit to the Carry On Cleo film, Dennis Spooner penned the series' first deliberately humorous Doctor Who story. Confidently played by all concerned, this sparkling comedy has many fine jokes and a particularly charming performance by William Hartnell, clearly reveling in the slapstick. The War Machines, 35 points. Broadcast from 25 June through 16 July, 1966. At the top of the post office tower, supercomputer Wotan is brainwashing humans to build terrifying war machines. The first story set entirely on contemporary Earth. This pre-internet scare story has some convincing action scenes and an impressive war machine, but Hartnell's performance is best described as erratic. The 10th Planet, broadcasts from 8 through 29 October 1966. Cybermen, humans augmented with machine parts, land at a South Pole tracking station and drain the Earth's energy. Costume designer Sandra Reed created the look of the severed Cybermen by dressing actors in cloth body stockings, overlaid with transparent polyethylene suits. They wore jersey masks with truck headlights on their heads. Their bare hands suggested their human roots, as did their individual names. The program's first regeneration sequence made use of a faulty mixing desk that created a flaring, overexposed pictures. The subhuman Cybermen, with their meandering voices, are chilling creations, and the Doctor's transformation is particularly effective. The Dalek Invasion of Earth, 38 points. Broadcast from 21 November through 26 December 1964. On a devastated 22nd century Earth, the Daleks have subjugated the population with brainwashed Robomen. The 6 Daleks were given solar energy receptors on their backs and larger bumpers to navigate exterior terrain. Hartnell was written out of episode 4 after sustaining an injury during camera rehearsals. The moody build-up of the first episode and Susan's farewell scene in the last are nicely done, but in every other way, the 1965 big screen version is superior. An Unearthly Child, 39 points. Broadcast the 23rd of November to the 14th of December, 1963. School teachers Ian and Barbara follow their pupil Susan to a junkyard where they meet her grandfather, the Doctor, and are taken back to the Stone Age in his time-space machine. The first episode's collision of mundane reality and science fiction is audacious. The following caveman adventure is gritty and violent, and no other story comes close to capturing the discomfort of being uprooted from familiar surroundings and having to survive in a strange and hostile world. By many, the first episode is considered one of the finest moments in the history of science fiction. The Aztecs, 43 points, from 23 May through 13 June 1964. Barbara is mistaken for an Aztec goddess in 15th century Mexico. The Doctor's flirtation with Toymaker was his only obvious romantic liaison until the 1996 Doctor Who movie. The story was the first to have episodes videotaped at BBC Television Centre. John Ringham's hammy Richard III impersonation spoils the seriousness of the story, but the production is strong and there are some well-crafted scenes. The Daleks, 45 points, broadcast from the 21st of December 1963 through the 1st of February 1964. The Tardis lands on Skaro, home of the beautiful Thals and the mutated metallic Daleks. The Daleks were designed by Raymond Cusick, based upon a description by Terry Nation. Memorable moments abound, particularly Episode 1's cliffhanger, but the simplistic morality fable sags in the middle and virtually comes to a halt halfway through the last episode. But the conviction of the cast just about carries it off. This is a story that saved Doctor Who and made it a hit. And the surprisingly overwhelming number one story is the Daleks' Master Plan with 66 points. And I mean surprising because 9 of the 12 episodes are missing. It was broadcast from the 13th of November, 1965, through the 29th of January, 1966. The Doctor joins forces with secret agents Brett Vion and Sarah Kingdom to stop Mavic Chen and the Daleks from constructing the Time Destructor. 2 companions were killed during this story, Katarina in the 4th episode and Sarah Kingdom in the 12th. This is a well-constructed epic that sees the shocking death of the 2 companions, the Daleks at their most manipulative, and a villain played to perfection by the great Kevin Stoney. The Feast of Stephen is unexpectedly charming, and the production values throughout appear excellent. This is the story most wanted to be found by many Doctor Who fans. So that was our top 10 William Hartnell stories in Doctor Who. And for our recommendation this week, read a book. There are hundreds of Doctor Who books, whether it's the novels based on the television series, info books, quiz books, magazines. There are all sorts of books. They don't have to be a Doctor Who book. Enjoy the Harry Potter novels. Enjoy a classic novel. Enjoy a comic book. But sit down and read a book. So enjoy your journey through time and space. And remember, a child cannot have a favorite book if they do not have one. Give a child a book today.